Hi, I'm back with another video, and this time it's an update on Carol and Chuck. I realize it's been a while since I've done one. So first, Chuck's sister's coming in today. She's going to be here for a few days, so they get to see each other, so I'm really excited he gets to see her. Chuck went in for his doctor's appointment, I think it was the end of June, beginning of July. The thing that they were watching, they're still watching it. They said it hasn't gone down and it hasn't gotten smaller, but it also hasn't gotten bigger or become aggressive or done anything, so it's still good. So everybody sees that as a win. Carol has to go in for surgery. I think it's sometime next month. She has to get surgery done on both her hands. I think she has some kind of form of carpal tunnel syndrome. So they have to do one hand first. It's going to be an hour-long surgery. They're going to knock her out. She's a little nervous about the anesthesia because the last time someone put her under anesthesia, they had a hard time getting her out from under it. And so she's a little nervous about that. But they said that it sounds like they think she'll be fine after the surgery. Like, it won't take her long to heal. And then the other surgery will be done same way, an hour-long surgery, anesthesia, 6 weeks later. And that I guess people were asking why they couldn't do therapy instead of surgery, and the doctor said they could do therapy, but she would end up back in there and having to have the surgery done anyways, so it was better to just have the surgery. Because when Carol went into her regular doctor, she told him about how she's having issues with her hands, and he said it sounded like she would probably have to have surgery. He goes, it could be therapy, but I would pretty much he's preparing her for surgery. So if you could keep her in her prayers for next month, I believe it's next month, that she's going to have the surgery. So like I said, one's going to be done, and then 6 weeks later, the other hand's going to be done. She's currently waiting for another doctor's appointment. This was originally the appointment that she was, the thing she was going to talk to her doctor about, and then her hands started acting weird, was she's having problems with her eyes. She asked me if I'd noticed that one of her eyes, one goes one way, and I can't remember if the other one stays focused on you or if it goes the opposite way too. And so she said it's always done that since forever, and it never bothered her, never gave her any issues, nothing. And then she goes, in the last however many years, all of a sudden it started bothering her a little bit, irritating her, but not enough to disrupt her life. And then in recent years, she said it's really starting to bother her, irritate her, and disrupt her life. So she said she was going to go in and talk to the doctor about that, and then her hands started bothering her. So she told the doctor, so he referred her to, I'm guessing, some kind of eye doctor. And they can't get her until November. I can't remember when she called them, but they said they can't get her until November. And so she asked them if they could try really hard to get her in before then, and they said they would, so I'm guessing they haven't. She asked them what was she supposed to do if it starts to bother her. They told her to get an eye patch. And she was like, an eye patch. So she said she went and got the eye patch. The first one she got was too big, too bulky, all kinds of issues, wouldn't stay on. The second one that she said she should have gotten the first time instead, turned out, I guess, it has latex in it, and they noticed that her eye was red, so they figured out she's allergic to latex. So she was getting a new eye patch. And then her doctor told her she needed to remember to move the eye patch back and forth on her eye because her other eye is getting strained, because it's trying to do all the work while she has the eye patch on. So she's been trying to remember to switch it back and forth so it doesn't strain the other eye. So currently waiting on the eye doctor to find out why it's doing that. Like I said, please pray for her upcoming surgery. Like I said, I want to say it's next month. I thought it was the beginning of the month, but Carol was talking about doing something at the beginning of the month, so I'm thinking maybe it's later in the month, but both her surgeries are supposed to be 6 weeks apart. So if you could keep her in your prayers, I think that is it on them. Thank you for watching. Bye.